And ooh, so you're giving the MC some space. Hip hop is all about giving the artist some space. Dig what I'm saying on that? Now dig this. We're gonna go from the verse now in real time. As you see, no automation was needed on the John. It went back in. Take the thing back to the hook. Watch this. Okay, so today we are doing something very specific, and that is finishing what we started. For once, artists, for once, recording artists, we're gonna start finishing what we started. Last night, we went live right here on YouTube. We're gonna continue to do that Mondays. For Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's the goal. I'm gonna try and keep doing that. And outside of that, here we go. So we're gonna open up the MPC X SE, the grandfather of this room, the godfather, if you will, the father, the one, the big bambino, the one, the only, the truest of the true, the MPC X, my favorite device, my favorite piece of technology, my favorite way to make music as a singer-songwriter and as a music producer, you know, as a label executive. MPC X. Okay, so here we go. Oh, cancel that, Jack, cancel that. It's still on nighttime mode. I wonder how that screen is. You probably can't see much. Probably got to bring you a little bit closer. So let's get busy here. We're gonna open up the project from last night. Last night there was this song that I was working. We went all over the place last night. I was doing, you know, some singer-songwriter stuff, some guitar stuff, some experimental stuff. But one song was like on like this, man, I did it again. I gotta turn the light on this thing. One song I opened up, it was like a hip hop, it felt like it was like a PUSHA T type beat to me. So, yes, January 13th, 2025, I'm gonna open up that project and we're gonna finish that song. And I'm gonna show you how I finish an arrangement on the MPC X SE. Very important, like I said, to finish what we start. Because to be honest, I'm not even gonna lie, I have hundreds of beats on my memory cards spread around this room. Hundreds. Thousands. I want to say maybe thousands. Well, I do have thousands of projects, but I want to say, what I was trying to say is I have hundreds of incomplete beats. Is the word incomplete or incomplete? I think the word is incomplete, right? Incomplete. This is incomplete. Yeah, incomplete. Mission incomplete. Okay, so let's give you a little bit more light here and let's bring you a little bit closer to the party. So here we are. We opened up the project from last night. Here we are on the MPC X SE now, if I recall. So it's only 8 bars right now. Let's let this thing bang. So how do you take that 8 bars and make an entire song? Well, if I was going to make an entire song out of the 8 bars, I would give myself maybe about 4 or 5 sequences. And I would start it off like this. So when I'm producing and arranging, initially on the MPC, I don't even think about the music necessarily how long it's going to be. I'm just trying to create a groove on the MPC, and that's exactly what we're demonstrating here with these 8 bars that we have on MIDI right here. And the track starts over here on here. See, we're seeing the data now on the piano roll, track 7. Because like I said, this was a live session last night. I was live. I'll be live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So subscribe if you want to see me do this, create this. Of course, that took some time and maybe wasn't that entertaining. But now I'm going to show you how we're going to make a song out of that 8 bars. Okay? And all we really need to do is just break this sequence down. That's all we got to do. Okay? So we're going to hit this button right here. This button is your best friend. It's this pencil button right here on the top screen of the MPC. The very top, you see a button here that is a pencil. Of course, each level has this button. Your sequence level is at the top, your track level is in the middle, and your key group program is at the bottom. So on the sequence level here, we're going to hit this pencil button. This screen is so important as a music producer and as a song arranger. One moment, I'm going to adjust something. We have steady shot on this camera, and it doesn't need to be on. It's probably heating up the camera. We're going to let it be for right now. But when this heats up and it comes back, it might look a little different because we're going to take that steady shot off. Anyways, this screen right here, sequence 4, right? We have all of these functions that we can press to really flip what we already have. We have an 8-bar groove. We can flip this by copying this sequence and moving it to the next sequence. So this is at sequence 4, right? We want to copy this sequence to sequence 5. And then we're going to go ahead and copy this sequence to sequence 6 as well, which could potentially give us 3 sequences. What do we have with 3 when we're arranging a song or any storytelling? Well, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay, so now we have sequence 5. I could have sworn I copied that to sequence. Okay, well, we're going to act like we did that. Sequence 5. Copying over sequence 6. And one thing you might want to do is just go ahead and name the sequence. Like I said, the beginning, middle, and end, every story. Well, in music, what might that be? You might call that an intro, a verse, and a chorus. Of course, a bridge can come in an outro as well. So really, your quintessential number in terms of structure and sequences on the MPC should be 5, at least. 5 elements to one good song. Led Zeppelin, the Jackson 5, the Voyager 5. All right, here we go. So we're going to name this sequence intro. And that's going on sequence 6. Sequence 4 is copying to sequence 6. Okay? And that will now be known as intro. And then we're going to take that same sequence And we're going to copy that sequence over sequence 7. And we're going to call that hook. Sequence 6 is copy. Now that's called hook. Of course, we copied the intro, but we haven't done anything yet, because essentially we're taking the same thing and we're just spreading it over 5 sequences. Once we have this sequence spread over 5 sequences, we can go in and we can make the adjustments that we need to tell the story, to build the song up. And all we're really going to be doing is taking things away and bringing things back in. Spoiler alert. Thank you. Please leave a comment and subscribe. Otherwise, we're going to keep working. Here we go. So if you want to see that in real time, continuing, we had a hook, right? And now we're copying that hook and we're going to do it over sequence 8. And we're going to call that the verse. And then we're going to copy that. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's done. I'm doing that. You have to press do it in order to do it. Now there's the verse. Then we're going to copy the verse. And we're going to create a bridge. B-R-I-D-G-E. And that's going over sequence 9 now. And now we are going to copy that bridge. And we are going to, I think I might be out of sequences, because it starts, I could go back, but it's going to get confusing. We'll just call it that. Maybe the bridge instead of bridge. This song won't have a bridge, it'll have an outro. So we're going to rename that bridge outro. So right now we have 1, 2, 3. We could rename this the bridge, or that could be the break. Outro. So we got one sequence that we started with, which sounds like this. But the intro, definitely. So what we're going to do now is essentially get to work and arrange. Starting with the intro. Definitely, as I mentioned. We're just going to go in here and I'm going to show you how I did this. I clicked on menu, and then I went into track mute. Now I'm on track mute, and I'm going to take everything away. Really all I want is that sample. I don't even want the drums on the intro. So from there, we can just be working on this screen. We can go to pad mute, because I do believe the pads contain the sample and the drums on the same drum program. We're about to find out. Well, let's find out what program that is. So it's wood grain kit. So if we come in here and we go to pad mute, and here's the wood grain kit now because we have it selected. And now we see the sample being triggered on the pad. And because we're on the intro sequence, if we mute this pad on the intro sequence, these drums will only be muted during the intro. So we're going to mute it, and we're going to play it back. Now, as you see, at the top here, these top 2 drums are being triggered. Pad 13 and pad 9. So let's take out that percussion for now, and we can bring that in. Now, what's dope about this, when you're recording like this, you can do an overdub and make your mutes in real time. And then when you play it back, it's really easy to arrange like that. You'll see what I'm saying. So we're going to play start, and we're eventually going to bring these drums in, but we're not going to have them at the top. Play start, overdub. Here we go. We're gonna bring the percussion in now. Bring the kick in. Bring the snare in. Now we have our intro. Okay? So if we take this intro and we put our lock back on there, if you don't have that on, it's going to make more bars for you. And your recording, especially. So make sure you always have that on. I was just demonstrating that earlier because I wanted the sequence to end. So, therefore, we're on intro. We play that back. Wait a second. Do I have to write that? We might have to write that. Alright, let's try that again. See, now if we read it, it's going to play back exactly what we did. So correction, remember that part, ladies and gentlemen, you do have to write it first. And we'll be doing more writing through automation using our MPCs by hitting this button right here. That button is your friend. Of course, if you're on the hardware, you can also press this button here if you're on the X. So continuing, we got our intro. And now we're going to swing into the hook. And when we swing into the hook, it's going to be like everything was alright. And we're going to start bringing in more instruments. Very easy. This song is almost done. Because the hook is pretty much everything, right? Now the verse, we're going to take stuff away again. So now we're on the verse. That quick. This video is almost done. Like I said, make sure you subscribe because we're going to be doing a lot of this. I'm going to be showing you how to cook on this thing real quick and real fast. It's time. It's been too long. 70 millimeter. That's 70 millimeters. It's too close. Oh, don't damage the stuff. Okay, let's keep going. They don't care. They don't care. We're on the verse. Menu. On the verse. I can't believe we're getting this because I feel like this is the best video I've ever done. I want you to know that. And we got to keep doing this. We got to keep going. It's that simple. It's not even that hard. It's not even that hard. So we're on the verse. And we're going to now mute more stuff. Now, we can play with the drums again. But most importantly, let's build this up. So if we, let me back up, I'm moving too fast. I'm on the main now. I hit menu. I go to track mute. These pads turn into the tracks now. Each pad represents a track. The only thing I don't like about track mute is we can't access the audio mute. I wish there was some way to merge track mute with audio mute, Akai. Okay, so moving forward, let's just hit all these tracks and let's take it all out. And let's hear what this sounds like. It's going to sound a lot like the intro was, right? Except everything's in. I think that's like a nice place for the verse, really. Now what we can do is automate when these instruments come in from here. Is this loud enough, by the way? Let's turn this up. Loop is off. So we brought in some more drums right there. I would like to bring in those vibes too. And the vibes is, I believe, on track 6. Those vibes are so like Black on Both Sides, Yasin Bey to me. Shout outs, one of the greatest rappers of all time. My top 5 DOA. Yasin Bey. Blessings to you, brother, if you're ever watching. If you ever see me, I'd do a whole album for you. I would. And I wouldn't charge you a lot either, because it would be an honor to work with you. I do one for free. And I do the music video too. For free. I'll give you one for free. I'll give you one. Okay, moving forward. We're going to bring that vibe in. Woo! And that's all it needs. That's it. Now, if anything from here, what would be really dope is if you took everything out and let the bars go. Also, since we're on the verse, well, what's a verse when it comes to hip-hop and rap? A verse is 16 bars. And right now, this is 8 bars. So we can go ahead and differentiate the verse on the verse sequence of the MPC and change that into the John that is extended. So Yasin can get 16 bars on this. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all don't hear me. So I doubled it. I hit the pencil button. I'm moving too fast. Wait a second. Slow down. Undo that. I undid that. That's been undid. 8 bars. We're back to 8 bars now, right? So we're on 8 bars here. I'm going to hit the pencil button. Once again, this is your best friend. You want to hit this pencil more than anything when it comes to being a music producer on the MPC X SE. That pencil is so important. I can't stress that enough. So we're going to hit that pencil again. Boom. We hit the pencil. Now we are going to double that. Double length right there. It's point blank. It's very, very easy to see. And just while we're here, let's just look at what else you can do. You can erase a sequence here. You can clear a sequence. So you can start over on that sequence. You can transpose a whole sequence. I don't even think I've even done that. You can copy bars. You can copy events. You know, that's your best. That's the most important button when it comes to finishing a song. Speaking of which, let's finish this right now. This video is getting to be too long. Let's finish it. And all I really wanted to do was, at the end here of this verse, I want to take everything out. Everything's coming out. Everything's going to come out. I think the track might just go silent for like the last couple moments here. And what are we going to do? Since we're on... Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but we're going to try and simulate this in real time because I've done this a million times. Track mute. I usually do automation on track mute and not pad mute. That was a demonstration that we all discovered in real time. Requires reading and writing automation. We'll do a whole video on that specifically at a later time because there's a lot of cool ways you can freak this using reading and writing automation. When we utilize the track mute function within the menu and we overdub, watch what happens. Now, all we're going to do is in the last second take everything away. So just sit back and enjoy the groove until then. And ooh, so you're giving the MC some space. Hip hop is all about giving the artist some space. Dig what I'm saying on that? Now dig this. We're gonna go from the verse now in real time. As you see, no automation was needed on the John. It went back in. Take the thing back to the hook. Watch this. Watch this, top this. I'm too hot, not kiss. No makeup, homie, no, you can't diss. That's a miss. They threw out, but they can't put me on no top 5 list. Not yet. Until you get this. Rich. Mitch, who you got forget? What's a Twitch? You don't really see me on the Twitch, but homie, get your whole fucking pitch like a sippy sip. This is the hook, now we coming in legit. They say they like tipsy, need marketing, but no, it ain't tricky. Sippy sip. This is really it, like I was 50 Cent. 50 could be heaven sent. Yo, that's the track, like take it back to the intro on the one. They don't really know that D like a gun. I told y'all he the son of a Magnum. I came in, but it's so exciting. Man, I'm switching up like a red rum in the summer. Baby girl, can you come meet me by the plum tree? I'm chillin', it's just that D. That is he. Bring the vibes back in. Like Yasin Bey, man, I can't pretend. I'm black on both sides, and I think I've been the hottest one since Ken said ahoy, you kin. That's a street fightin'. Damn. Who is his kin? We don't need to talk about him. We don't really need to do synonyms. We don't really need to pick M&Ms. But if I picked one, then I wouldn't be him. Yeah. As we proceed, yo, that was kind of crazy. So that's it. That's how you do it. That's a whole song. That's it. Now from there, all you would do is an outro. Now for the outro, like what could you honestly do? Yo, this is it. That's it. This John's done. I mean, I'm not even going to bring any additional instruments in. I'm not even going to bring any additional sounds in. My whole point of this video was to show you all you got to do is take stuff away and leave space for the artist, and then you have a song. So if we took everything out, and it was just this, what would this sound like? Kind of crazy. No. That sample is really steering the show. You need it. I don't know, what? Outro everything in and then everything out at the very, very end, maybe? And just play with it? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I want to do? I think I want to take everything, all the tracks, track 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, and wow, Jason from YouTube, I love you. I can't believe I'm getting 26 minutes at a 60 frames per second on the Sony A7 IV. Side note, that's gonna blow my mind. Where was I? I'm losing track. Where was I? Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to take this and I want to bounce it to a sample, right? I said this pencil was your best friend, so we're going to hit the pencil one more time. Boom. We're going to say bounce to sample. Exporting sequence as a sample. I probably should have saved everything before I did this because this is a button that I don't particularly press that often. But let's hope everything's saved and this video isn't in vain. Okay, great. So it bounced as a sample. Now here's what we can do. Since this bounced as a sample and we're on the outro, we can come back in here and we can mute everything now because it's bounced as a sample, right? And we can open up a new track way down the line, number 28. And I'm going to open up a new program, new key group program. And I'm going to come into the program here under menu, and I am going to load up a sample on this program. What sample am I going to load up? You guessed it, none other than that sequence, which is here. It's under bounce outro. We're going to load up that sequence on that sample. So now we play it back, but it's the outro, right? So we're not going to just do that. Why do that when we can flip it? So now the outro flips. And now the John's going off and the homie's like riding in the distance and the sunset, and the John is completely flipped. The man is really rocking the Jello pudding now because the sample's flipped. Oh, I loaded it on here? Is that where I loaded that? I thought that I loaded it on a new drum program. I loaded this on a key group program. Which is kind of crazy. Because then where's the sound? What happened? I'm not hearing nothing. You hear anything? I don't hear nothing. I wanted to not load it on a key group program. I wanted to load this on a new drum program. I'm going to try it one more time. Assign samples. Boom. Bounce, right? Not a key group. Key group is essentially you're making it into an instrument. Like some Stevie Wonder shit. But we're not doing that. I just wanted to put it on the pad like this. And then all I wanted to do is just warp it and flip it. Maybe pitch it. We might play with the pitch. But here's your outro. That's it. That's your outro. And you just got to tap it one time too. We might play with the pitch. So, I could end the video right there, but just really quickly, just so you see how easy it is to arrange that all and export it. We have everything there, right? What did we have? Was it 5 sequences? We can turn this into 6 by throwing in an extra hook if we wanted to, but let's keep it short because kids don't like long music these days, right? So, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna just create several sequences here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's gonna start with what? The intro, right? And then it's gonna go where? The hook, right? And then it's gonna go where? The verse, right? And then it's gonna go where? Back. I think I kind of liked how I flipped that and then went back to the intro and then it went to the verse again. I mean, should this be long? I don't want this to be long, but whatever. Look, I'm changing my mind. How quickly I went back on what I said. Because you can go verse again, and then you can insert the hook after that, and then it can go outro. So here it is, top to bottom. The name of this song is Top to Bottom. No, that's not the name of that song. The name of this song is Go Get 'Em. Shout out Gigs. This is my Go Get 'Em. This is my version of Go Get 'Em. Shout out Gigs, one of the greatest rappers of all time. You're going to be hearing a lot of that, especially out of the UK. Salute to the Hollow Man. So, what else? That's it. That's literally it. Oh, the secret sauce. Shout out Bobby Campbell. I'll go ahead and just give this away. I always put an MPC 60 insert on all of my Johns. It just makes it slap. I don't know why. That's a secret. You didn't hear that from anyone else. Sorry, Bobby Campbell. I hope they usually get mad at me when I give away secrets. Well, sorry. Gave that one away. Okay, so here we go. Boom. It's the whole John. Enjoy. I'm gonna clean my house. I don't even rap. And I don't even rap. Ooh. Yeah, that's a John right there. That's actually a John. This is exporting right now. A Voyager Fleet exclusive. Voyager Fleet exclusive right here. You dig? Before I make it available for everybody. But I'm gonna put this joint out right here on YouTube eventually. And BeatStars maybe too. That's a jump. That's actually a jump. See, and I'm so glad I did that because it didn't really take that long. I mean, with that intro, what are we at? It was like a 40 minute video. I'm gonna let it go long. Long form, baby. We're here, YouTube, we're here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn the MPC, hit me up. We're going to be going through it. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this video with your fellow music producer homies if they need to realize how easy it is to just take one loop and get a whole John real quick. Quick. This is quick. And I need to do that more. Now, of course, we could always come in here and play with this a bit more in terms of the stylistic stuff, right? You know, transitions and sways and this and that. This outro's kind of crazy. Alright, yeah, if you want to learn more about the MPC, click this video right here. This is an old one. This is one of my most popular videos. And this is why I got to be on the MPC more. Because this is an old one. I can't believe this is going 37 minutes. 60 frames per second. Wow, look at the quality. I gotta subscribe. Hit that sub button and watch this if you want to learn how to flip samples with vinyl. I love you. Join the Voyager Fleet if you want to learn more about being an artist. Join us.